Beyond that, I wouldn't know why anybody else would choose to buy a free connected for 140 as opposed to the 43k down here. But as I say, the individual locator price parcel was the cheapest one was around just over 10,000 mana. Here you're looking at pay 43,000, which is just under 15. I wouldn't say that that is too steep in my opinion because you've got connected parcels. Why is that important? Because it gives you the potential to build further, but also build higher. Because the Decentraland's current iterations indicate you need more parcels grouped together to build higher. So if you want a higher establishment, higher piece of content, then you need those parcels connected together. So those are essentially the three main things that where the land value comes from. 1, road connected parcels, 2, close to a district, and 3, connected parcels. I also mentioned at the start of the video that being close to Genesis Plaza, Genesis Plazas are the content or the areas of the map that are owned by Decentraland. Why are people valuing land closer to them more highly or at a premium? Generally because we expect that Decentraland is going to be building some pretty cool content on these pieces of land. Obviously, they are the founders, so they've got some serious clout to get some cool content. They're already showing signs of that in various videos and such. And if you get part of the Discord community, you'll see that too. So that's the kind of final thing that I would highly kind of, let's say, indicate is a factor in valuing land. So if you are new coming into the space, those are the 3 to 4 things that you might want to consider a little bit. There are some other minor things as well which you might consider, like for example, if a parcel is connected to 2 roads, so let's say for example this has got all of this road access in and around this parcel, so you can see this content much clearly coming from multiple directions, so that you might pay a premium for something like that too. I would generally indicate that you would. And that's something to be bearing in mind too. So you can access this parcel from the road from multiple different angles. Again, that's desirable depending on what you are looking to build. The final thing is, if I actually go to the atlas here, you can see this a little bit better. Parcels which are located within this outer square here that I am indicating with the cursor, if they are within inside there, you generally seem to pay a little bit of a premium because it is really central. Again, it's not 100% certain, however, it has been mooted that the likelihood is that a lot of new users are going to spawn within the center here of Genesis Plaza. So it makes sense that this immediately accessible content you would have to pay for a little bit of a premium for. So those are quite a lot of the indicators as to the things to consider when you are purchasing land. I will now kind of talk about a little bit more about the amounts you might expect to pay depending on where they are located, and just give my opinion on that. Once again, you should do your own research. You should not take my word as gospel. I am just giving an opinion based on what I have observed since pretty much the start of Decentraland, just after the first auction was completed. I did miss out on that. I've been observing. I'm not a flipper. I haven't flipped loads of land, very few at all. I'm generally a holder. I believe in the projects, and I'm also a part of numerous district projects. So I feel I have some position to comment with some authority with respect to this, without claiming to be a super expert. Now, inside 50/50, we could click around a few of these parcels and you can see there, for example, this one's priced at 400,000. Click down here, you can see this is much more reasonable, in my opinion, much more reasonably priced at 97. However, from what I have observed, probably within the last 12 months, very rarely does any parcel within here, especially if it is road located, go under the 30k mark. Now, every now and then you might see a parcel which drops under 30k. That would generally, I would imagine, be snapped up pretty quick, either by a flipper or somebody who wants to hold. That is the sort of price that you could expect to pay for a single parcel within that 50/50. Again, like I say, for me, some of these are a little bit too steeply priced for the current location. However, it's all independent opinion. For example, I don't really know why somebody would pay 400 for that when this parcel is located at 97, not so far away from it. If you can get a parcel for under 30k in here, I'd say that you'd be doing fairly well. The closer you get to the centre, probably the more expensive that you're going to pay. As you can see, the prices of some of these are astronomical. If you work that out to US dollar, it's a lot. So that's maybe what you might think about paying within 50/50. For a road place parcel outside of the 50/50, generally the cheapest that you seem to get is around 20k generally. Like I think I'm not sure if I mentioned earlier in the video that I filtered earlier, and I think I saw one parcel under 20k manor for sale. So you could expect to pay around 20k for 20k manor for a road placed parcel. If it's just a randomly placed parcel, you're not going to be doing too bad if you're buying in the 10k region, 10k manor region at the moment in time. This can all change depending on numerous variables such as manor pumping up or value of land just organically growing, which it has done for quite some time since the first auction. Now, with respect to district parcels and located near districts, depending on the district, seems to have some factor. Like people expect, for example, Ethereum to produce some really cool content, so you might pay a little bit more somewhere near Ethereum or Vegas or the university than you might do next to some of the smaller districts down here. Not to disregard the work that they're doing. I have no idea with some of them. I'm sure they're doing fantastic work. But just in terms of obviously the size of the districts, they seem to have a factor. Just in terms of probably the amount of people that are also involved in those communities, we would probably also like land that's placed fairly close to this. So what can you expect to pay? Well, if we just click around here, for example, that's at 15,000 manor, which, to be fair, even it's not roadside, is not too badly priced in my opinion. This one's not bad at all, 12,000 manor. Because if we're completely honest, if we some of them when we click around, you might find at this price, the 98,000, which in my opinion is too much money. If it were me, I probably wouldn't be looking to pay above 15,000 manor for a randomly placed parcel around here, in and around some of the bigger districts. But that's my personal opinion in the current state of the market. The other thing that you might want to look out for is, for example, some of these dual road connected parcels. And what I mean by that is, for example, this has got a road here and it's got a road here. So there's more connections to the road again. It's more visible from multiple angles. So you can expect to pay a little bit more money for a parcel such as this. The final thing is located close to the randomly placed Genesis plazas. Again, you seem to be paying a premium on them. Generally, they're all road connected anyway because there's the plaza and the roads are always all around them. So you've got the road and the plaza kind of bump up on that. So again, that's something to consider. You might pay a little bit more for. Just from general observations, that I haven't really seemed to see any kind of road connected parcel close to a plaza that has gone for much below kind of the 50k mark. That much of them seem to be priced significantly higher than that. So again, if you could get a road connected parcel in the region of 50 to 100, from my observation, that might be what you'd be expected to pay or to be getting a good deal at in and around those locations. In terms of just giving you a quick rundown of the connected parcels, I would indicate that if you can get any kind of estates which are in and around 10 to say 13, 14,000 manor mark, then that is kind of what you could be expecting to paid per individual land. You multiply that by the amount of land there is, then you probably get a decent kind of idea of what you could be or what a reasonable deal might be in the current market conditions. However, people are paying much more than that, depending on the location of the estates with the other factors. Okay guys, that is pretty much all I wanted to talk to you about in this video. I might do some more. If you've got any questions, leave them in the comments below. Cheers for watching. If you really like this video, I will be producing more, then please do hit the subscribe button. Cheers.